Welcome to Portugal Writes Rebel, episode 27. I'm Elena Vargas. Today, we tackle one of the most common nightmares expats face in Portugal and show you exactly how to fight back legally and effectively. Your rights don't disappear at the border.
Hook. I want you to imagine a real post pulled from a forum. My wife and our 2-year-old are in Porto. I'm stuck in the UK because SEF says the family reunification file is under analysis and they won't confirm a decision or give travel permission. It's been 6 months. My child misses me, our bills double, and no one answers emails. That post appeared in 3 different groups last month. People are separated. Employers lose patience, children change schools, and parents are left waiting for silence to turn into separation. Promise and legal framework. Here's what this episode will do. I will explain the Portuguese administrative remedies and the emergency interim tools. How to prepare a provisional measures application, medidas cautelares, or tutela de urgência. How to file a formal administrative complaint to force movement, and when and how to escalate to EU-level bodies if national remedies stall. In plain language, Portugal has laws that protect family life. The Código de Processo Administrativo and the Tribunais Administrativos give courts the power to grant provisional relief when administrative inactivity or wrongful delay causes imminent harm. The Portuguese constitution protects family unity, and the EU Charter likewise guarantees respect for family life. These legal texts create the basis for a judge to order temporary rights, travel authorization, provisional residence, or other interim measures while the main case continues. The specific problem: how do SEF or AIMA delays become a legal problem worth taking to court? 2 things matter: concrete harm and unreasonable delay. If an administrative backlog or a lost file creates immediate harm, a child denied access to a parent, missed medical treatment, loss of employment or housing, you can ask an administrative judge for provisional measures. In Portugal, those remedies are often called medidas cautelares, providencias cautelares, or tutela de urgência. They are temporary orders designed to prevent irreparable damage while the underlying dispute is resolved. Importantly, courts expect you to show urgency and a strong factual record. Chronic delay alone is sometimes enough, but you are much more likely to succeed if you can prove specific and continuing harm. Step-by-step playbook. Part A. Prepare to file. First, gather a short certified timeline that lists every interaction with SEF or AIMA, dates you submitted documents, payment receipts, emails, reference numbers, phone calls, and any replies. Create a 1-page summary that states the relief you want, for example, a court order granting provisional residence or a temporary travel authorization. Second, draft an administrative complaint, reclamación graciosa or reclamación administrativa, insisting on formal handling and requesting emergency measures. Use clear language. Say who is harmed, what specific harm is occurring now, and the precise temporary remedy requested. Sample line you can adapt. Due to SEF's inaction since date, my child has been separated from a primary caregiver since date, creating urgent and irreversible harm to the child's welfare. I request immediate provisional authorization for the parent to enter Portugal and temporary residence for the duration of the administrative process. Step-by-step playbook. Part B. Filing and timelines. Submit the administrative complaint to SEF/AIMA by registered mail and email where possible, and keep certified proof of submission. Simultaneously, ask your lawyer to file an urgente application for medidas cautelares in the competent administrative court, Tribunal Administrativo. Judges often act quickly on provisional measures. Some courts issue decisions in days or a few weeks for clear emergencies. But expect variability. Urban courts may be faster, rural courts slower. If the judge grants interim relief, the order can require SEF to issue a temporary permit or allow entry pending final resolution. Evidence and legal team. What wins provisional relief? A concise, well-organized evidentiary bundle. Include a dated timeline, certified copies of passport pages and application receipts, correspondence logs, sworn affidavits from caregiving relatives or employers, school records for children, medical records if health is affected, proof of housing or lease agreements showing separation costs, and notarized statements verifying urgent financial harm. Structure your affidavit chronologically, with short paragraphs tied to documentary exhibits, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and a final paragraph explaining the specific interim remedy requested. On counsel, use the Portuguese Bar Association directory to find administrative law specialists, ask for a written fee estimate, and consider pro bono clinics or legal aid, apoio judiciario, if funds are limited. Many lawyers will do a limited scope emergency filing at a capped fee. Ask for that option. Anonymized case studies. 2 short examples from forum reports. Case 1. Win. A mother in Lisbon had daily WhatsApp records, a school enrollment letter showing her young child was already enrolled, and a statement from a pediatrician about the child's need for continuity of care. The lawyer filed medidas cautelares, and the court ordered provisional residence within 2 weeks. The family reunited while the main application continued. Case 2. Loss. A spouse filed a rushed petition with no dated receipts, no certified timeline, and only emotional testimony. The court denied provisional relief because it could not verify irreparable harm or administrative inactivity. Lesson. Emotion moves judges only when backed by verifiable, dated evidence.
Risks and disclaimers. Important legal warnings. Do not make false statements in filings. False affidavits can lead to criminal exposure and damage credibility. Provisional relief is temporary. It does not guarantee the final outcome of your main application. Costs can include lawyer fees and court costs. Ask for estimates. Escalation to EU bodies is possible for systemic failures. You can file complaints with the European Commission, the European Ombudsman for EU administration issues, or pursue other EU escalation routes, but these are typically for systemic or exhausted national remedies and can be slow. Always consult a qualified Portuguese administrative lawyer before filing. This episode is educational, not a substitute for tailored legal advice.
Immediate action. 3 things to do in the next 48 hours. 1. Build a dated evidence timeline. List every submission, receipt, email, and phone call with dates and attach screenshots or registered mail proofs. 2. Send a formal administrative complaint to SEF or AIMA using plain, firm language and request explicit provisional measures. Copy the complaint to the National Ombudsman, Provedor de Justiça, if appropriate. 3. Contact one administrative lawyer from the Ordem dos Advogados directory and ask specifically about an emergency medidas cautelares filing and a capped emergency fee. If you want our checklist and a templated complaint script, request them in the show notes. We will provide a downloadable pack and instructions for an anonymized case review. Final notes. Keep copies of everything. Use sworn affidavits where possible. And remember that consistency and verified documents beat urgency without proof. If you get an order from a court and SEF does not comply, that non-compliance becomes evidence for further enforcement and compensation claims. Turn bureaucracy into accountability. The system is slow, but your preparation shouldn't be. Knowledge is your best defense. Document everything, act lawfully, and protect your future. Always consult a qualified Portuguese lawyer for your specific case. If you need the checklist, complaint template, or an anonymized review, follow the instructions in the episode notes. Thank you for listening. Your rights don't disappear at the border. Outro. This has been Portugal Rights Rebel with Elena Vargas. Turn bureaucracy into accountability. I'll see you next episode where we tackle another real problem and another set of reliable legal tools. The system is slow. Your preparation shouldn't be.